Hello, my name is Yvonne Stedham. I'm a professor in the management department at the University of Nevada, Reno. Across the globe, 2020 has challenged the way of life that we had become accustomed to. In this short video, I will share some thoughts about the support mindfulness can provide as we are facing these trying times. What makes these times trying? Well, we are dealing with 5 simultaneously occurring crises: a health crisis, an economic crisis, a climate crisis, and in the United States, a social and political crisis. These crises create trying and challenging times because they cause unprecedented levels of uncertainty in all aspects of our lives. The familiar processes and structures that we have used in the past to reduce uncertainty do no longer work. We are stuck with uncertainty. Interesting is, of course, that in the past, even with our familiar processes and structures, we also faced uncertainties, but felt that we could handle them. The truth is, life is uncertain. Humans prefer to ignore that we have very little, if any, control over life, and that everything is transient and impermanent. When we are confronted with this truth, we have limited capacity to effectively deal with it, and we suffer. Mindfulness is an attention-focusing practice that increases our moment-to-moment awareness and cultivates our ability to be present with what is. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation, we learn how to non-judgmentally see clearly what is happening in any given moment. This allows us to step away from reactivity and automatic ways of thinking, feeling, and behaving, and rather choose the response that is most useful in the specific circumstances. In addition, this now-focused attention frees energy that would otherwise be spent on worry about the future or ruminating about the past. This energy can now be directed to addressing what is right in front of us. The neuroscience behind mindfulness is clear and robust. The brain's neuroplasticity offers us the opportunity to modulate aspects of the brain through meditation and other mindfulness practices. Such practices result in the development of new neural pathways and the strengthening of the synapses, which enhances the interconnectivity among different parts of the brain. Therefore, as we process stimuli, all parts of the brain will be involved rather than the reactive, fastest, and most basic parts of the brain only. Rather than engaging in fight, flight, or freeze behavior, we are able to engage the prefrontal cortex, the uniquely human part of the brain, and choose a behavior, especially when we feel threatened, whether a threat is physical or social, real or imagined. Mindfulness allows us to step back and clearly identify the thoughts, emotions, and feelings that are associated with the experience of threats, such as fear. We refer to this as metacognition, noticing the thoughts, emotions, and feelings as if we were a neutral observer, not getting caught in these thoughts, emotions, and feelings. Mindfulness results in increased self-awareness, social awareness, reperceiving and recentering, and self-regulation of emotions and behavior. Numerous studies have been conducted comparing study participants who were exposed to mindfulness program to those who were not, confirming the impact of mindfulness on physiological, psychological, and behavioral attributes. The benefits of mindfulness to many health challenges such as cardiac disease, pain management, stress management, treatment of addiction, and a variety of mental disorders such as PTSD, anxiety, and depression, as well as its impact on emotional intelligence, decision-making, creativity, and leadership have been well documented. So, during these trying times, we experience fear and stress related to the uncertainties in our life. Mindfulness supports us in seeing clearly what is happening and in stepping back without being sucked into the reactive emotions of fear and despair. It helps us to accept the situation as it is, because it is. We cannot change it. Mindfulness increases our ability to be patient and to be okay with allowing things to unfold in their own time. When we are mindful, we know that nothing is permanent, nothing, and we can let go of the feeling that only if I do X, things will be okay. We become more resilient. We can be present with calmness and courage, spreading calmness and courage to those around us rather than fear, stress, and anxiety. And finally, if we are mindful, we are able to see that we are all connected and in this together, and that only by recognizing that we all belong and are a community of humans with the same fears and desires, we can come up with the best, most creative, most compassionate approaches to address the challenges of these trying times. Thank you for watching.